The 2022 Ford Expedition is a large SUV that sits at the top of Ford's SUV lineup. It's a traditional truck-based SUV, meaning it has more in common with the Ford F-150 than with crossovers like the Ford Escape and Explorer. That makes the Expedition a great choice for towing, and the cavernous interior offers plenty of space for passengers and cargo. The front and rear get a modest makeover as well. Standard LED headlights highlight the changes to the broad face of the big SUV, and the top platinum trim features an updated grille with twin bars that bridge those new headlights. The exterior tweaks have been overshadowed by the introduction of two new variants, the Timberline Off-Road model and the Stealth Edition Performance Package. Those models ratchet up the tuning of the Expedition's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 to 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. The standard model makes 380 horsepower or 400 pound-feet, while Ford tunes top trims to 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet. The engine pairs to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive is standard, although four-wheel drive is a popular pick. The brake pedal is slightly squishy when you first press on it, but ultimately it's pretty easy to come to smooth stops, which is the important part. The steering has a light effort and helps to make this Expedition feel a little less humongous. The 2022 Ford Expedition slaps on gloss black exterior trim pieces like Darth Vader at the gala. Its 22-inch black alloy wheels distinguish a profile otherwise defined by long flat slabs. The exterior of the 2022 Ford Expedition is built to handle a lot. However, did you know the cabin was built with housing tons of passengers and cargo in mind? You can fit up to 8 people at one time, which eliminates the need for carpooling. The Expedition has a chunky dashboard that includes traditional knobs and buttons for the climate controls and stereo. The cabin materials and trim pieces get fancier from model to model, topping out on the platinum trim, which is appointed with rich leather upholstery and massaging front seats. Both the regular Expedition and long-wheelbase Expedition Max have spacious interiors, and unlike most rivals, its third row won't torture adults. A 3-seat bench is standard for the second row, but you can spec a pair of captain's chairs if you want. The Max offers unbeatable interior cubby storage. Every model has a power folding third row that can be controlled from the cargo area or back seats. Both second and third rows fold completely flat for a level floor, making it easier to load things. The Expedition receives a larger standard infotainment touchscreen measuring 12.0 inches. There's also an available touchscreen measuring 15.5 inches, which looks borrowed from the Mustang Mach-E electric SUV. Both have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality. In addition to the front wireless charging pad, USB ports are available in all 3 rows of seats. Optional or included depending on trim is an all-digital gauge display, which replaces the smaller display supplemented by analog gauges. New this year is an available 22-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. An optional rear seat entertainment setup will keep second-row passengers busy with video displays mounted to the front-row seatbacks. The 2022 Expedition is the most futuristic version yet, thanks to the availability of Ford's BlueCruise driver assist technology. BlueCruise goes beyond adaptive cruise control by allowing fully hands-free driving, but only in what Ford calls blue zones, which are sections of highway that have been pre-mapped for various data. There are over 100,000 miles of blue zones, encompassing many major highways around the United States and Canada. In areas outside of blue zones, the Expedition's regular driver aids still work. It's an impressive addition to such a popular vehicle. The second row seats are also decently plush. The third row seating is firm but still adequate for adult use. The Expedition's ride quality is pretty smooth too. We were less impressed by the Expedition's climate control. The airflow from the vents is noisy and not particularly strong. The seat heaters also might disappoint if you really like them to get hot. On the upside, the Expedition is impressively quiet on the highway and around town. In the third row there are two cup holders on both the left and right passenger sides. And there is also a panel to adjust the direction of the burst and the strength of the air conditioner. Ford also didn't forget to embed the USB plug to charge the phone. As you can see, you'll have all the space you need inside the 2022 Ford Expedition. This is especially the case when you factor in that this SUV has a total passenger volume of 171.9 cubic feet. There's also more than enough room for all your cargo. Behind the first row, you'll have 104.6 cubic feet of space to work with. Behind the second row, you're given up to 63.6 cubic feet and up to 20.9 cubic feet behind the third row. The all-new 2022 Ford Expedition offers you excellent off-road capabilities. Built to serve your family adventure needs, the vehicle has modified suspension and best-in-its-class ground clearance capabilities. The car also sports a heavy-duty skid plate and an advanced tech like trail control. Other features that this model spots include a class-exclusive trail turn assistance technology, zone lighting, and a rugged exterior to ensure that the model is ready and waiting when your exploration mode kicks in. Features such as the rear fascia with new chrome accents make the exterior stand out. To cap it, the 2022 Ford Expedition offers off-road capabilities made even more elegant by the head-turning style that is synonymous with the sport-tuned Stealth Performance Edition.